Go Power Rangers. Oh, wait, it hasn't started yet.
Yeah, it has.
Well, I meant the song.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter. I'm
future-
Hal.
And I'm Dave, and in the future, we still play Power Rangers.
Well, you see, by the time we launched, this was the most important media phenomenon.
Yes, the most important media phenomenon. And also, I had all the toys when I was a kid.
Me too.
When you were like a 2 or a 1?
Not that young. We're both children of the 80s. We grew up in the 90s, and we fondly remember the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on TV.
Yes, we do. I was a huge fan of this when I was a kid myself, and to be fair, I'm also what you might consider a tokusatsu fan.
After 10,000 years,
I'm
I'm free!
It's
Time to conquer Earth!
Sorry, it's
It's ingrained. Every episode had to start that way.
Well, at this point, the Power Rangers opening is a meme. Alright, who should we choose? Okay. So...
Oh, no, this one's on you. So Hal is in the passenger's seat. Dave is in the pilot's seat.
Alright, I'm gonna go for my personal favorite when I was a kid. I'm gonna go with Billy.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do some Billy.
Yeah. I loved his weapon as a kid. The lance I thought was cool, and plus I loved the Triceratops helmet.
Oh, man. So, thoughts about this sprite? Go.
Not good. I'll say this. Like, my issue with it is just, like, Billy wasn't this wimpy in the show.
They took his stereotype and they turned it up to 11.
They took his stereotype, turned it up to 11, and believe it or not, Billy was a... here's the thing about Billy's actor. He was actually a gymnast. So he actually was very much a fighter in the way.
Right, didn't he audition for a different role?
Yeah, no, he wasn't supposed to be the nerd dude. I don't know who he originally auditioned for, though.
There's something like the guy who played Skull auditioned to play Jason.
Oh, something like that.
And he's like a traditionally trained actor, so the moron he got to play on screen was well beneath his talents.
Admittedly, he was also one of the most entertaining things on the show, so to be fair, that talent went to good use, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, we love the guys who did play each ranger and each character, but it's kind of funny when you hear how talented each individual was.
Well, it's kind of funny, but here's the thing with, like, the reason Jason and Zach were chosen was because of the chemistry they had together. Since in the original Tokusatsu footage from Super Sentai, which, do I have to explain what Super Sentai is? Should I?
Yeah, why not? Super Sentai, it's live-action shows from Japan with special effects.
That's Tokusatsu, but...
You're right, that's Tokusatsu. Super Sentai is a superhero team.
Super Sentai is the Japanese version of superhero team, colorful spandex. You know.
It's the Power Rangers.
It's the Power Rangers, but Japan. And some people are going to be like, why are we oversimplifying it like that? It's not, Hal. It actually is. It's... Look, I'm just trying to simplify this for people, so don't complain about it. Anyway, the reason that, like, Jason and Zach were chosen was because the Red Ranger and Black Ranger had a friendship, and...
Yeah, it's the monster of the week, Skeletor!
Pretty much. The reason the Red Ranger and Black Ranger were chosen was because, well, they had the best chemistry.
See, I came into Power Rangers with, like, Season 2, and so, to me, the Black Ranger is Adam Park, played by Johnny Youngbosch. Well, and I've only grown to like him even more, knowing all the voices he's done.
Like I said, I love the lance. Though, I don't look...
That's cool, the way he, like, twirls it and everything.
Oh, yeah. And but here's the thing. I don't like the sprite because it uses the Red Ranger helmet, and...
Oh, it does. Okay, so every sprite in this game is a palette swap of the Red Ranger, including the women, so you get them going from being, like, you know, feminine characters to being, like, these big, burly, just dudes. And what bugs me is that there's, like, Genesis Power Rangers games that actually have unique sprites for each character.
Well, I'll tell you this, playing through this, like... One of the things about the Power Ranger helmets is that while they had the same uniform, they at least had different helmets, so not only could they be distinguished by color, but if you actually look at their helmets in black and white or something, you could tell... how do I pick this up?
Attack it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just move away.
Man, Central Park is a terrible place. The birds drop bombs on you.
Oh, well, of course. That's why New York was a living hellscape in the 80s and 90s. Didn't you
Good thing this is Angel Grove.
Yeah, it is Angel Grove. And
you just pick up the bench and throw it.
Yes.
Power Rangers care not for property damage.
Look,
they do so much on a weekly basis with their Megazord.
The Megazord is a property damage magnet of hell. I'm glad there hasn't been a series that actually has addressed that, because that would just take up all the fun.
They had to remove the episode where the Power Rangers got sued for the sheer amount of collateral damage they caused.
Actually, back in the day, so when Power Rangers Time Force was airing, 9/11 happened, and they had to actually change. Oh
Jesus, that's what killed like Gundam on TV.
To an extent, there's a lot of other reasons for that, but in Power Rangers cases, they had to censor some shots of the buildings getting hit by swords and stuff. Like, so it was either hit by lasers or they just didn't show it. Nowadays, there's actually...
Because swords are the same as airplanes.
Of course. Okay, cool.
But,
the Street Fighter 2 method.
Beat up the car.
Yep.
Like, I get it. There was a lot of things. Cause I will not forget, when I was in high school and that happened and the world changed. But let's move on to happier things.
Yes, it's true. But anyway, but yeah, if you want to know my favorite season of Power Rangers, it's Time Force specifically, actually. So that one was always my personal favorite, and it has my favorite Rangers.
Huh.
Yeah. I genuinely like Time Force the most out of all the series.
See, I really only watch Mighty Morphin, and so, like, to me, when you say Power Rangers, you mean this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how it is for a lot of people, and obviously we had the Power Rangers reboot movie not too long ago.
Well...
Which was... Like, it was totally the opposite movie that I thought it was going to be.
Well, my issue with the movie, to an extent, is mostly the designs. Because they take a lot of what I like to consider iconography out of the suits.
Oh, that's the boss.
Time to face Skeletor!
Yeah, I believe his name was Bones in the English version.
So cool.
It's Bones.
So cool thing about the designs of the monsters in Mighty Morphin is that they're all based on fairy tales.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I
mythology.
was like... I didn't realize that until I was like an adult on the internet.
Well, it's
just like monsters. What the hell is the pudgy pig?
I'm just gonna take care of this now.
Yeah, he's roughing you up. I don't know, you just gotta, like, button mash or something. I mean, normally I have a strategy for video games, but, like, for one this simple, it's just, like, button mash.
Oh well, I'm dead.
We just need, like, a Dark Souls, you died up there.
Pretty much.
Zeh.
Billy died, just like his career.
Oof. That got dark.
It's the fate of most Power Ranger actors, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Some of them, unfortunately.
Unless you're super dedicated to the role, like Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank played Bloodshot in a Valiant thing recently. Which, I don't want to discuss Bloodshot unless I'm talking about Valiant.
Yeah, let's not.
But let's focus on Power Rangers.
So what mythology is this guy based on?
I believe just, like, I'm not exactly sure.
He's a skeleton knight, so he's, like, very generic in my opinion.
It's probably a French thing, or maybe, like,
Yeah, I have a rapier.
I have a rapier. Okay, I got it.
Do you like the plume in my hat? It gives me a sense of style that the other skeletons don't have.
Alright. I kind of got the idea.
Yeah, you got this,
I can do this! Go, go! Go, 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 go!
Go, Power Rangers!
Okay.
Okay, now you gotta fight his head.
And this is where it gets a little harder.
Or him without his arms, at least. I thought you had to fight his head sometime.
You do. I think I'm, like, in his, like, third stage or something.
Yeah.
Second stage, not third.
He's actually easier this way because he doesn't have that thrust attack.
Yeah, though I gotta...
Although he's very jumpy. I jump very good for someone with no calf muscles.
He just, he has strings in his bones.
There we go. He's secretly a marionette, and the real villain is the guy above.
That sounds like a Power Ranger actual Power Ranger special effect.
It really does.
So...
Wire Man, bring me higher!
Gonna hear, baby, take... That's the theme song to Ultraman TV.
Alright, bring,
Come on.
I don't.
Do I have like a pointy attack up? Because
I don't know. I think it's random. Like whatever coding that causes him to float around is just random, and so the fact that he gets as high as that is just like a random fluke.
yeah, I think I. All right.
Got him.
Yep, he's dead. I win. Billy is the ultimate Power Ranger.
Yeah. I'll see you next time, Blue Ranger.
I'll see
Nerd.
Nerd.
All right, Space Cadets.
We have
We have
cleared.
cleared Area 1. We hope you'll join us for the next area next time on Hal Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
Yep. Go Power Rangers.